All right, welcome to another update video of me selling some puts and calls on the side, trying to make some extra income and documenting it, seeing if I can do it consistently. And we're going to talk about how it's been pretty boring recently. I tried to do this weekly, and we're going to get into why it's been boring. But if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any videos in the future. My goal is 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully I'll consistently post videos to meet that goal. And we talk about different stock news. We talk about some dividends. We talk about selling puts and calls, really anything I'm feeling, and I just find entertaining. In my last update video, when I talked about me selling some puts and calls on the side, I got one comment, and that one comment said it was too confusing and I need to republish the video. I don't know if that was a troll comment or not. I didn't think it was that confusing. Maybe I just suck at explaining things, so I'll try to perhaps do a better job this time. But this is something I try to do with a set amount of like $3,000 or $4,000. Not so much recently because that money's been tied up with puts that have been assigned to me. And more recently, it's just been me waiting to potentially sell some covered calls and maybe get rid of some shares and have that money back to then go ahead and sell more puts. If we go look at my spreadsheet, I keep this up to date to keep track of how I perform. This is all of the trades so far for the month of April. Two. That's right. You're seeing two different trades so far, and we're more than halfway through the month of April. That's what I mean by things have been pretty boring. And this is because I was assigned shares in the past from puts that I sold, and now the price of those shares is less than what they were assigned to me as. So I'm just sitting around waiting to see if that price ever goes back up and to potentially sell some calls on those positions. And so the only two trades I made this month are on Ford and SoFi. The Ford one was a covered call, which I tried selling and it didn't get assigned. So I still have 100 shares of Ford here. And then the SoFi, I sold a put on SoFi, strike price of $6. And it's currently open still. It doesn't expire till this Friday, so we'll see if those will get assigned or if I end up just buying back this put and closing it. But on the Ford trade, I made $5 in premium, and the SoFi trade so far, if it just closes out of the money, I'll make $26 in premium. So total so far this month, $31, which is a lot lower than my goal. My goal was like $100 to $200 a month. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just sitting on some shares. We have 200 shares of Ford, which came from two puts that I sold on Ford that got assigned. We have 1,300 shares currently of SoFi. I also bought a couple calls, which I don't typically do because I really suck at timing prices. But SoFi took a big dip a while back. I ended up buying a few calls. And then any proceeds I end up making, if I do end up making anything from this trade, is going into VOO. And then I also still have a put that was active from last month, which I traded on Marqeta, $4.50 put. We'll see what happens to that this Friday when it expires as well. So something I like to do for fun is I just like to see, maybe on YouTube, maybe some articles, just what other people are selling puts and calls on. I found this article from 2018, so it's pretty old, but it was 3 trades to generate $1,000 every month selling puts. Of course, being this old, we don't know if this strategy will work. I looked at the 3 stocks, and if you're curious, one of them is Microsoft. They said that you could sell 2 puts, which at the time would get you $380 in premium. Next one was BP, which you would sell 3 puts to get another $390-ish in premium. And then lastly was the ETF XLF, which is Spider's financial sector ETF, which they said you could sell 5 at the time for $30 in premium, and that would get you $250. So all of those trades could net you $1,000 a month, according to this article. Here we go. We have Viagra as well, which I don't know why that keeps coming up. Maybe they're trying to tell me something. So if you do sell puts and calls as well, please let me know what you're doing it on in the comments. I'm always curious. I'm not probably going to follow you. I'm just curious what other people are doing. I don't recommend you following me. Don't follow any YouTuber for that matter. It's just me having fun documenting how this goes. If you like this kind of content, like I said, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you in a future video.